Hello friends, welcome to the session Android Constraint Layout. In this session we are going to see what is a constraint layout, what are the uses of it. Constraint layout is one of very important layout and which is very advanced feature to relative layout. In the relative layout we can place elements in a relative to one of the view. In the similar fashion we can place the views relative to each other in constraint layouts as well, but this has more flexible features compared to the relative layout. Let us see the topic that I'm going to cover in this session. First one is constraint layout basics, next chains barrier ratio. Let us see the basics. Constraint layout, when you are developing a view using constraint layout, so it should have at least two constraints. So one is vertical constraint, one is horizontal constraint. Now let me show you something how to do this. Here is the button. So let us make the button wrap content. Let us make this layout to constraint layout first of all. Okay, when you make it as constraint layout, you can see four positions, four dots. In other words, left side, top, right, bottom. So if you want to align this button as center vertically and horizontally, let us see how to do this. Just drag this to rightmost, drag this to leftmost. Now this is horizontally centered. If I want to make it to vertically center, drag this. Now the button is center. So in this pictorial diagram, you can see left side, this is a vertical bias, and this is horizontal bias. If we just move the bias, then automatically the button also will move. This is a horizontal, this is a vertical. Okay, so let us go to very basic screen now. So we have a list item. So this is a consider as left side image, this is a text one, text two, and this is the arrow. Let us design this simple screen using the constraint layout. You can see here in this pictorial diagram, so this is a left side margin and this is a top margin. Okay, uh, Now let us make this text view to right side of image. So let me give the connection like this. Okay, and this should be on top. Okay, the similar fashion. Next, second text view. The constraint for this also, this should be right side of the text view, and this should be bottom of text view 1. Okay, if you want to see all the constraints which you have given, so here is the infer view. So if you just click it, you can see all the connections for this view. Now right side, I just need to place one arrow. Let me take some dummy. So this should be exactly center aligned, vertically center aligned. In this, just drag this, to part. So now it is center aligned, this image. That's it. So this is very easy using constraint layout. If you just change the dimension, oops. So also the one more constraint should be right aligned, right of the parent. Okay. Now if you change the dimension, it should work properly in all the dimensions. This is what we can see. Now let us see the second part, chains. So we can group the elements or views um, with some weight, or based on the width of the screen or height of the screen, we can arrange the elements in the form of chains. Let us see how to do this. Let me create 3 buttons. The first button, this is the second button. So second button, let me give the constraint for this. So constraint for this is next constraint for this would be vertical to top, and this should be the right side of button 1. So for this also constraint should be, this should be the right side of button 2. You can see the code generating here. Now if I want to align all these elements according to the width in the equal ratio, now let us make this, right click, chain, create horizontal chain. See, now buttons are chained in the spread manner. Now if you want to change this to next level, something like this, This is the first one that we just did. This is called spread chain, and the next one is spread inside. So this second one is spread inside. In this, left element will be left side, the right element will be right side, and the middle will be centered. Just click on it. See, let us try the next one. The fourth one, this is a packed one. So packed one should come, should be packed all the elements together. I can click on this, it should be packed something like this. So this is very helpful uh, in case of we are dividing the screen based on the width size or height size equally. You can also create vertical chain. Vertical chain is something like this. Let us see the next one, barrier. You can create barriers. Let me create one new XML for this. Barrier is something like if you want to add some line, vertical line, horizontal line, somewhere else in the screen. So based on that, if you want to position the elements, you can position it. Let us create one button. This is a button. So I'll add one barrier here. Helpers, add vertical guideline. This is a guideline which is generated. So here it is. So you can adjust this barrier to anywhere, and based on this barrier you can constrain your button. So the button is now horizontally center aligned according to the barrier. You can do the same. So here we have toolbar. Using the toolbar also we can do the same. So if you want to make horizontally center, vertically center align, just click on it. It will be vertically also center aligned. If you want horizontally, it will be. The next one is the ratio. So let me create one new XML for this ratio. Here is one button. Let me make this button as vertically and horizontally center align. This is horizontally center align. This is vertically center align. You can see here always the bias. This is called bias. 0 to 1 is maximum. This is horizontal bias. 0 to 1. Uh, if you want to set the ratio for this, at least one of width or height should be set to match constraint. So now I am making the width to match constraint. When you just make it to match constraint, so the width will be expanded to the parent width. So now the parent width is constraint layout, and the width of constraint layout is match parent. So it will be expanded like this. So when you do this, so you can see the triangle over here. So you can click on here. Now the ratio comes here. You can set the ratio. So 16:9. You can see here W comma 16:9. This does not mean that so width will be extended, or width will be width ratio will be given based on the height. So width is 0 dp, which means it will take parent. Similarly, you can make both the constraints, both the width and height also to match constraint. Now it will be expanded like this: 1:1, 16:9. So because the width and height we are giving is uh, very it is taking already 0 dp. 0 dp means match parent and match parent. Let us make it to wrap content. So you can set any ratio here. In order to do this ratio, at least one of the constraints uh, should be match constraint. Something like this. So the width is 16 parts and the height would be 3 parts. You can do the same by setting layout height to match constraint. The same manner. Now the height will be set to according to width ratio. As height ratio is very small, now the height is very small here. That's all, friends. If you like the video, just click the like button and share it. For more updates, please subscribe the channel. Thank you. Bye.